7 crucial core values for couples considering marriage. By adhering to these guiding principles, you can cultivate an environment conducive to fostering a long-lasting relationship. If you and your partner are deeply committed to nurturing your relationship, it's natural to have a strong desire for its longevity. While every relationship is unique, the likelihood of success increases when both individuals share fundamental values. These core beliefs serve as the bedrock of your relationship, providing guidance for its functioning and operation. If you're on the path to tying the knot, there are certain values you need to agree on before becoming newlyweds. But, before you can establish shared values between the two of you, you must identify what you personally value. Although you don't have to agree on every topic, if there are too many discrepancies in your values or you can't find common ground on matters that are personally important to you. For a strong foundation that leads to a successful marriage, here are some of the most important values you need to share. 1. Trust. Trust is the first value on this list for a reason. Without trust, there is no foundation for a marriage. Having faith in your partner is an essential ingredient for a healthy and happy relationship. When there's a certain level of trust in place, both partners can live independent lives without second-guessing the other's intentions, plans, or actions. Having trust also means that both people feel comfortable enough to be their true selves. Feeling safe creates a relationship where the two can be vulnerable to express their raw emotions without fear. They are willing to communicate their experiences to one another without motives being questioned. If you're in a relationship where your significant other doesn't allow you to freely live your life, you'll start to resent your partner and distance yourself. This causes a lack of communication and trust. 2. Communication. Effective communication is essential for the growth of any relationship. Without a continuous flow of information, a relationship cannot flourish. Engaging in open and honest conversations, where you freely express your thoughts, emotions, and concerns, is vital for fostering a deeper and more intimate connection. And of course, establishing these values begins with communication. Once you've developed an awareness of the principles that are important to you, you've set up the framework to build upon those values with another person. Practice active listening or listening in order to truly hear what the other person has to say, rather than listening only so that you can formulate your own response. Communication is especially important for resolving conflicts within your relationship. 3. Honesty. You know what they say, honesty is the best policy. And in relationships, that's certainly the case. By telling the truth and acting like your authentic self, you build trust. When sincerity is a shared value, you know exactly where the other person stands, so you don't have to guess or assume anything, which avoids misunderstandings. When one person values being honest and the other doesn't, the relationship will constantly encounter lows. Being honest isn't always the easiest practice. It can especially feel difficult or uncomfortable if you need to be honest about something the other person might take offense to. If you're worried about your partner's reaction, remind yourself of your intentions, communicate your feelings calmly and directly, and trust that your partner will understand. 4. Boundaries. Setting boundaries is a powerful way to improve your relationship with your partner and yourself. Not only do boundaries build closeness, but they also boost your self-esteem and well-being. Although it might feel safe to be overly agreeable, constantly people-pleasing will make you lose your sense of self. Without boundaries, you'll become resentful, anxious, and unhappy. Acknowledging each other's boundaries allows both people to understand what they are comfortable with without guessing or acting in a passive-aggressive manner. 5. Religion. Since religion has its own set of values and beliefs that can influence how you live your life, it has an important place in relationships. Having different religious beliefs isn't always a deal breaker, but it can often breed tension and disagreements. Discuss family of origin religious beliefs, and decide prior to marriage if you wish to continue your own religious upbringing or pivot, so that it doesn't become a point of contention, or worse, a dividing aspect of the marriage. 6. Respect. Healthy relationships are built on respect. When respect is a guiding principle in your relationship, you feel valued, acknowledged, and appreciated. A mutual respect for each other can allow all other values to flow smoothly. Belittling or ignoring your partner's opinions, beliefs, dreams, thoughts, and emotions, on the other hand, will make your relationship suffer. Before getting married, have a discussion with your spouse about what respect means to you and identify some of the signs of respect. 7. Forgiveness. Even the healthiest and most successful relationships have disagreements. What sets them apart? Forgiveness. Instead of holding grudges, which can impede your well-being and weaken connections, make forgiveness a practice. Forgiving one another brings you back toward each other rather than pushing each other away. Everyone makes mistakes, and practicing forgiveness will release resentment, help you process the hurt, and allow you to move on. Set aside ego as often as possible in order to find vulnerability and truly want your partner to feel loved and cared for in the aftermath. So, as you embark on this journey of love, take the time to explore and identify the values that resonate deeply with both of you. Embrace these shared values as the guiding principles that will shape your relationship and lay the groundwork for a lasting and fulfilling bond.